Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation you find yourself in. As always, we have our three piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can also find the information in the description box to book that. And that being said, I will leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the blue aura shard or spear, as this card suggests, the spear of the Guru Mother, I thought that was pretty cool. But blue aura quartz is a stone of psychic protection and also a stone that helps freeing up limitations, and I feel particularly of the mind perhaps. They could be life circumstantial limitations, but just a stone to help you burst free from limitations and welcome in new opportunities and just open up a bit of space for yourself. So in the cards, some of the energies I can see, there's a few here. We've got Libra quite strongly, we've got Taurus, Cancer, Leo, Sagittarius. They're the main homies on the table. Yeah, but let's jump into the past energy. Those could be your sign, it could be a part of your chart that's activated. But in the past we have Judgment, the Five of Wands, and Justice. So in the past, things are balancing out for you after perhaps some challenge and conflict. We've got the Five of Wands here, and we've even got the Oracle card, Mice, discord among friends or family. So it could be an ongoing situation for you. The card that actually came out with that mice was Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So it is a good sign that something is transforming within that situation. And you have got Judgment and Justice on either side. So I kind of feel when I look at this, like perhaps something has come up that's really an opportunity for growth, whether it's something you've witnessed in another person or something within yourself where you realize, well, that's not something I'm comfortable with, or it's not something I want to keep going with, or there's something not working for you, or has been, and it's pause for reflection and growth. And I think it's actually a positive thing, even though it might be an uncomfortable thing, whether it's something within yourself you would like to handle better or clear away. It's hard to pick actually for this reading, whether it's in a situation you're dealing with or within yourself, but there is discomfort, there is challenge, there's potentially conflict that comes from this behavior or this situation. But with the Judgment and Justice on either side, it shows me that it's like I keep getting this like taking no hostages situation. So it might be that there's a little bit of in this energy like really firm boundaries or repercussions that match. I don't know, I feel like it's just it's not allowing things to be unfair or chaotic. I think it's more about like learning to manage certain behaviors or thoughts or situations in a way that's like a sense of your own authority in the situation. Maybe that authority is over yourself, like I am feeling for some of you. Perhaps it's with reacting or engaging in certain ways. For some of you, it could be with to do with trouble with the law. We've got law here, it is justice. We've got Five of Wands. So you may be going through a court battle or something that is, something where there is other entities involved. That's not all in your hands, perhaps. And in the immediate energy, we do have the Nine of Swords moving into the week ahead. So it might be that the situation has got you quite, well, we got a pussycat here, fighting the other cat. She's blindfolded. So there's a lot of stress around the situation, and perhaps not knowing how the outcome is going to be or what's the right choice to make. Not wanting to make the wrong choice, not wanting to be a fool, I'm hearing for somebody there. So not wanting to be fooled could be the case for some of you. When I look at this, I feel like there's a lot of hurt from the past. And with this beautiful bird, looking to this amazing sunrise on just here, and she's not seeing it, it's almost like there's something really fresh and beautiful and sweet there for you. And I feel like holding this card up, simplicity, it just sort of, it talks about what's out that window when you stop worrying about all this stuff that's all around you here. or what has happened in the past, and actually letting yourself have a new dawn and letting it be fresh. And with this message of simplicity, it talks about, you know, clearing away the clutter and allowing yourself to have a fresh beginning, and to not be overwhelmed by lots of details, but, you know, just saying no and casting things away, your own worries away, and just letting yourself fall into something a little bit more simple. So with the Nine of Swords, it carries on to the Hierophant. We've also got the King of Swords. So this can definitely talk about those in a legal situation. You've got here the King of Swords and the Hierophant. So there could be a bit of stress around the outcome of a legal situation. But with the Hierophant and the King of Swords here, we do kind of get that energy of a professional or somebody you can perhaps lean on that helps you move through the situation. For those that's not legal, this could be any other type of professional that you might be dealing with that's helping you move through something, with the Hierophant being here and the King of Swords. But for those that this is an internal thing, we can see that this message is clearly about utilizing your own knowledge, wisdom and strength to perhaps level up, or to be your own authority in a situation, to maybe delegate if you've got too much responsibility on your shoulders, saying no and delegating tasks and responsibilities to maybe other people in the workplace or in the family home, not taking it all on yourself, because I do get this taking on a bit too much energy here maybe, and needing just a little bit of peace, a little bit of a break. The King of Swords may also be representative of someone you're dealing with, like, who may not be a professional, in the sense that it could be somebody you're going through your own battle with. It could be a past relationship. It could be a marriage breakdown here. You may be dealing with situations. This could also be like professionals in the health, medical sector as well. So you might be having some concerns about someone's health or your own health, and just needing to, you know, go to specialist appointments, like that sort of thing can definitely be seen here as well. You may be stressed about your studies, something with like, I can see so many different stories here, really can, because this could be the teacher, and just trying to find a bit of meditation and peace in amongst so much that needs to be done that feels so, you know, hard. Life might be hard right now, or there might be some things that you've got to deal with that are, I know when I have to deal with certain paperwork, I just want to go to sleep, like sometimes. So, you know, I just feel like a nice balance would be good here if you are dealing with a lot of pressure or a lot of, you know, life in the sense where it's very hard and cold. To be gentle with yourself, to definitely take time out to meditate and take it easy. And just trust that simplifying your mind. You've got a lot of energy here that talks about simplicity, I feel, will be really beneficial. Even this card here with Root, like it's really asking you to ground yourself through any challenges and stay nice and strong and do little things that help keep you staying grounded and calm. Further into the week ahead, we have got the Chariot, Three of Swords and the Tower. So you may be moving into something that this week that you're trying to navigate something, this week that is painful but needs to end, with the Tower being here. And she's even a little bit smug about the ending of this situation. So this could be an ongoing battle for some of you that's been dragged through court for quite some time. Like, I can see the potential for someone out there connecting to that. There's so much here that is just like conflict and challenge, but there's also this little, like, this beautiful edge of like a sweeter time that's just around the corner, or just to come, or maybe even already here for some of you. It's just a matter of grabbing it. Like, I think we got to come back to the caterpillar where it says things will not always be this way. A change is coming. I really feel that. But even with like the window behind the king here, and the window behind the Nine of Swords, like it is a beautiful day to come. I just want to hold up all the cards at once. So Three of Swords in the Tower, you may be feeling a lot of angst about how to handle a situation, because, you know, this way or that way. With the Chariot in the imagery here, she's like really not certain which way to go. And what I actually feel when I look at these is like putting them on the table and seeing the overhead snap like that. It's like, I guess we could hold the middle two and that might show it, where one side you've got perhaps, you know, staying in cycles that are painful or betray you in some way, or even having fear of betrayal and having that like subconscious patternings, beliefs and fears running the show that manifest in certain ways that cause more pain for you. Or over this side, you could use your intellect, you can use discernment, you can use your assertive energy, you can be very honest and clear. You can do things that I feel keep you grounded in clarity rather than overwhelmed and hurt. So I kind of like, maybe you're obliterating these choices that cause pain and tower moments, and maybe you're choosing to be just more grounded and meditate instead. Or with the Hierophant in particular, like overcoming negative feelings and thoughts and anxieties. But the Hierophant is often a card to say that while we have a lot of knowledge and understanding of the way the world works and what's the best way to act to get the outcomes we want, there's wisdom needed to really embody and utilize that knowledge. So I feel like this is saying, you may know what's right in a sense, and so just follow that wisdom. I feel there for you. I know I didn't say that quite as I wanted to, but I think you get the gist. Just be good to you. Do the right thing. I want to say in something about looking at the bigger picture in the long term rather than getting worked up over something you feel is going on now or are fearful of happening now. Like, I think there's a need to not plug into fear. So in the challenge, we have got the Three of Wands, Strength, and the Seven of Cups. So Three of Wands being first, it shows that you've made changes, but now you're waiting for the results. You're waiting for an outcome, or you're waiting to see that the changes you made were the right ones. That could be the challenge for you. With Strength here, you may need to overcome your own lots of things, actually. I've got a lot of words running at once then. So some of them were desires. So you may need to control some certain desires you have. May be unhealthy in some way for you. You may need to control your lower nature in the sense of reacting in ways that don't bring you the outcomes you desire. So I don't know if that's aggression or obsession or something like this, like a need to overcome parts of you that, and maybe doing things that bring you deeper into an anxiety pit rather than things that bring you up out of it, making different choices in how you handle your thoughts or feelings. And then with the Seven of Cups here as well, it shows, I think all of this in one now shows that maybe things have changed so much that it's quite overwhelming with the way things could end up, because the Seven of Cups here is really showing so many different opportunities, so many different scenarios or outcomes. And I think I don't know why I heard, so some of you might feel like a sitting duck for some reason. I'm not sure what that's about, but I just heard that and saw that a little bit there. I'm really not sure what to say about that. Because it kind of feels like I'm getting this like desire for divine intervention or something, or a desire for like a real clean, hard piece of clarity or something. I don't know, because there's a lot of unknown here, and I think that's one of the biggest challenges for you. So what might help with the challenge, Temperance being the first card. I like to see this, a lot of suggestion of peace that you can achieve. But with Temperance, it's also, the very classic image of, what's good for us and maybe what we need to take in moderation. So looking at the things you might be doing in excess right now and choosing to perhaps pull into a bit of more balance. So moving your body if you're not getting enough exercise, or, eating good, nutritious food, not just easy, quick meal things. Putting a bit of thought into caring for yourself or making plans for yourself, achieving your goals. Drinking lots of water, lemon water, vegetables, less alcohol. Maybe lots of things we're trying to achieve to more balance. Five of Pentacles, Four of Swords, needing more rest, literally needing so much meditation. Like, look at this. You've got Brown Bear, take time out. She's literally taking time out. Simplicity. You got take a walk. You've got nourish your temple. You've got the Root here as well. Like, there's so much here that really wants you to just ground through whatever challenge you're facing right now, to really nourish the temple, look after yourself. Kind words, beautiful music, good food, lots of rest, sunshine. Sunshine is an important one. Let it touch all of your skin as much as you're comfortable with. Taking a walk. This is it. I like the little strip of nighttime between, so maybe it's a day walk or a night walk. And it was only recently that I'd figured out that that's actually a lady's hair and her top and her shoulder, and like, I don't know, I never saw that until recently. But I think it's just a beautiful, just like when I'm seeing this, I'm like, don't, maybe even not a planned walk, but just start walking, and you don't know where you're going to end up. Don't have a destination, perhaps. A little suggestion for someone. But there's so much here about, you know, take time out. It's time to simplify things and declutter and get rid of the noise and the congestion and the stress, and maybe saying no to certain people or situations. Five of Pentacles is here, so it might be saying that you need to, you know, withdraw from something completely, cut something off cold. I'm getting cold turkey, like quite literally. So some of you might be quitting smoking, or something that you need to quit cold turkey. There's definitely something needing to quit. Yeah. And we all go through times of that, you know. I've quit cigarettes before a very long time ago, and there's even a bit of smoke here, so maybe that is, that's from the candle, but still, like, maybe some of you are trying to quit smoking, and it is possible. It really, really is. And then when you get to the other side, you can't even believe you ever did. Like, it's really strange. Whatever it is for you, it's possible. But with the Five of Pentacles here as well, maybe even spending habits could be a thing for some of you. It's just the need to rest. Too much information coming in at once as well. So maybe just being able to be still and not always having to be receiving something like you know, podcasts or readings or whatever. Like, to just have a bit of stillness and silence might be nice. You know, the simplicity, quieten down. But anyway, further guidance here. We have the King of, this is where it gets a little lighter. Further guidance in colour, I guess. King of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Page of Wands here for you. And what did I see when I first saw this? I just see an abundance here. Totally an abundance. So let yourself help others. Let yourself be helped. If there is someone that wants to connect with you with kindness and generosity, believe them, trust them. There's something here about, like, accepting kindness and generosity when it shows its face to you, and not doubting it or second guessing it or expecting ulterior motive from other people. That might be the message for some of you here, because there are kind people around you. And I feel, when I hold these cards as well, that for some of you, I feel like you might worry if you have enough to offer somebody in particular. You might have somebody in whatever situation. I don't want to got too particular here, but you may have a situation in your life where you feel like you don't have as much to offer a person as you would like, or you think they deserve or need. And if that is a belief for anyone out there listening to that message, then perhaps that's one of the things to work on with subconscious beliefs, and, you know, blocking things that are good to come in to support you and help you. And then Page of Wands here, I actually feel like this Page of Wands is something that may pop up through your week, a message or in some information that is going to be very helpful to you. So it could be a conversation with a friend, or a message that comes through from someone you may be already waiting to hear from. That is a message that gives you help or insight or support in some way. Definitely see support around you here, and abundance. And there's like somebody interesting you're yet to meet, I feel, that's going to help you on your journey too. You may meet them in the next 2 months. Kind of get that feeling. May not be for everyone, of course, but I get that there's some interesting characters on the path ahead that are necessary. One in particular. In the outcome, we have the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Cups. So starting with this energy. So we've got discernment and leaving behind things that don't serve us with the Eight of Cups. This is about a situation when we see the Eight of Cups is usually that you've given it your all. You've done a lot. You've come at things from every different angle to try and make something work. And it's when we get the Eight of Cups, sometimes it's called abandoned success, because we've had to abandon something you really, really wanted to work. But with the Queen of Swords here, she knows she's learned a lot through her situation, and it's the discernment that she's needed to let go. And with the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Pentacles after that, it shows that the things you are discerning about and unplugging from are actually going to bring you so much blessing. So even if it is just an internal thing where you're expecting the worst, or having trouble trusting people or situations, the ability to let that go and let the past be in the past and fully have a fresh beginning, and take the time out, ground yourself, do the things, take that walk, nourish that temple, simplify your life, your world, your mind, your heart, your energy field, your home space, perhaps declutter. All of these things are going to create the space you need to feel what you need to feel, to align to the place you need to be, the blessings for them to align to you as well. There's already an abundance around you, so it's important to very much be grateful for that and acknowledge that. But there's more to come the more you let go and use discernment, making really smart choices that maybe not everyone agrees with, but it's got to be what's right for you, because times are changing for you, and there's something about peace in the home space, or just having a nice home, or like being able to do things in the home that work for you without needing permission or something, without worrying. There's something like a bit of doing, I don't know, well, there's independence to it, but I want to try and explain because it feels like when I'm looking at this, like that wasn't always the case, and that's probably why. So it's like you're getting some power back, or independence back, or the authority to do something back. And it may have not, you may have given it away. Maybe it wasn't even taken. Like it could be something you're realizing as well. Like, hey, actually, there's no problem with me doing what I want to do. That's actually okay. I'm not hurting anyone. Giving yourself permission to do things that you want to do without worrying, as long as you're not hurting anybody, without having to worry that it might. Just trusting that I don't know, something there. Anyway, into the oracles for your reading. We have change and transformation. So even more talk of this beautiful horizon here, coming from, a bit of sweeping rain and a bit of a black void perhaps you've come out of here, but you're moving to a beautiful horizon. The butterfly at the tip of the tail, the butterfly here talk about the transformation, and that's that caterpillar here as well. So from all different decks, all the cards are very supportive to each other. So you might have a little peek at the book. I might go to, I don't know, I kind of want to read it all, but I won't. There is no growth without change, but change can be scary. It means opening up to something new and different, and often involves taking a risk. Something many of us aren't all that comfortable doing. But all of life is about transformation. We're born as babies, grow to toddlers, then teens, we transform into adults. Eventually, if we're lucky, we will continue to transform, from young into old, from foolish into wise, from newbie witches into wise old crones and sages. Life is all about transforming ourselves, recreating who we are as we grow and learn and move from who we once were into who we're going to be. You can fight it or you can embrace it, but transformation is going to happen. Isn't it better to willingly become the butterfly than to struggle to stay in the chrysalis forever? So there is a need to embrace and start perhaps with a walk. You don't know where to start. Maybe just starting with a beautiful walk, letting everything you're carrying be taken from you by the trees that you walk under, because they really know how to take what you're carrying. You just have to walk underneath them and amongst them. Just taking a walk can be a beautiful start. And then pondering different ways in which you can nourish your temple. What does that look like? What does that mean for you? We'll move on into the Spear of the Guru Mother, and this card, I might go to the book as well. It is all about fear of making the wrong choice. It is the crystal hematite as well, which is a stone of protection. I just let my eyes tell me where to go. When the Oracle Spear of the Guru Mother comes to you, you are being told your efforts have divine power behind them. The situations in your life you are willing to grapple with are going to resolve far more quickly and potently than you might have believed possible. The power of your own efforts, amplified with divine will, create extraordinary movement. Distraction, procrastination, hesitation shall not touch you. Your focus will be complete and your tasks shall be attained. The trust you feel in yourself and the divine will increase because of this. You will gain more confidence in yourself. You will become You will become game for bigger and bolder challenges. The universe will be able to ask more of you and give you more because you shall be increasingly open to it. The risk you take at this time with an absolute intention will bring you so much more than resolution of the task at hand. Wow. And that's that Queen of, sorry, I meant to hold up the Queen of Swords then. I wasn't even looking because I was reading. But it was I was trying to show the outcome energy of exactly that, like having more capacity, having more, well, it says here about empowering yourself and having the ability to grow even when you're uncomfortable. And that's the Queen of Swords. If you've been overwhelmed, confused, or pulled in too many directions, Seven of Cups over there, and feeling as though you're trying to do everything and completing nothing, then this oracle comes with the guidance. The spear of the Guru Mother, if requested, will fly through your life and take you along with it for the ride. The unleashing of divine will shall clear away the inessential and reveal to you what is important and what you need to do. If you're willing to surrender to the fierce grace, you will be honored by it. Go into your heart, and if you feel brave and bold enough, you are, then complete the following healing process to invoke the Guru Mother's intentions. And that's quite the long healing process that I'm probably not going to share. If anybody actually comments in this reading and saying they would really like the healing process, then I will comment it in writing underneath your comment on the reading. Just let me know. And if no one wants it, then I won't. But yeah, it is quite long. I'm happy to give that to you. Because you'd want to read it yourself and know what you're doing. But yeah, definitely comment below if you want me to add that. I will put it in your comment individually. We have that root card talking about grounding yourself, taking time out, sweet simplicity, taking the walk, nourishing the temple, and then a couple of tea leaf oracles to finish your reading. You had September, and so with month of the year, that could be a time that was very significant when in just past. That could be where this change has come up for you, or what has caused the need for great change. It could also speak to the September yet to come, that whatever you cycle you're moving through, you may see a big change at that time as well, or a culmination of sorts. We have teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. And then we had that discord among family and friends. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So, Group 1, that is what I have for you in this reading. I hope that it's given you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. And if you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box below. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, Group 1. Hey, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the rainbow, angel aura quartz, then this one is for you. And it's got this beautiful rainbow sheen in there that you can't quite see on the camera. But yeah, the angel aura stone is a stone of beauty. And they've all been treated to have that beautiful shine. So this could be representative of some glow ups that are happening in your world, in your home space, or perhaps yourself. You might be going through a bit of a glam up or change up in some way with your appearance or your home space, something making things more beautiful for yourself. But it's also the message of being able to see the beauty in your world is a reflection of your inner state. So if you are seeing wonderful things and have a lot of gratitude for all the things you see around you, then let that be known that it is a reflection of the beauty inside of you. And I guess it goes the same the other way. When we are seeing lots of darkness and negativity, then perhaps there's a need to also see that maybe that's inside of us as well. But I think it's more along the lines of beauty at this stage, especially as it sits above two sweet little birdies, and one says be playful and the other one says blessings. And I just think it's just so fresh and pretty, and I really like it. And then both of these birds are looking towards the future, and there's a lot in this reading, I think similar to last week, that could be very much like a relationship situation, but we'll try and keep it open as a lot of people are listening. But yeah, so Group 2, what have we got here? I can see Capricorn on the table, Scorpio, the big four, so Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius and Taurus. We've got Cancer over there, Taurus again, Queen of Wands, so definitely Queen of Pentacles. So we've got, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then the Leo, Sagittarius combos. Yeah. But yeah, I said Cancer already. So anyway, we'll jump into your reading group 2 with the past energy, as we always do. We have the Devil, the 4 of Swords, and the 3 of Wands here in the past energy. So, wow, things have changed. Things have changed. Things have really, really changed when I'm looking at this. You have turned your back on a way of being, or a relationship, or a situation, or maybe even an addiction cycle, or something that has taken your power away is no longer the situation for you. You're definitely releasing yourself from things that are toxic. If this is within a relationship dynamic, then perhaps you are taking time out to look at leading things in a different direction. There may be a little bit more communication around things that aren't working, if that's the case. For others of you, there may be no communication and you're distancing yourself from something very unhealthy. But those in a relationship where this energy is present, I do see for some of you, this is a matter of not engaging in this behavior anymore, but rather looking at a new way to handle things. Because the 2 of Wands there's been a change, and then the 3 of Wands is showing waiting for the results of that change. So with the 4 of Swords here as well, it definitely shows that you've needed to really take a step back and contemplate what's working and what's not. So like I said, this could be an addiction cycle of your own. You may be needing to rest up and heal yourself from something. It's actually interesting that this sits right below the purification card, which is all about that. In fact, I kind of want to go straight to the book for it, with the crystal Mandala oracle there. But we're definitely seeing that you've definitely had a pause moment to reflect, and it's time to move forward in ways that are healthy, inviting in good energies, inviting in solutions, inviting in forgiveness and opportunities. Like, there's a lot of abundance and blessings and positive mindset around all of this, is what I'm feeling when I'm holding these cards. And I feel like just seeing this beautiful light here, it's like, I feel like for some of you, this is maybe even straight from the Bible. You've been getting wisdom, or these messages from maybe these are ascended masters that you look up to, or it could be guides or something. There's something wisdom that comes through. Maybe it's religious for some of you, that helps you understand things or purify your life, your situation, or what's going on for you. For others of you, it may be these very messages are what causes a lot of the feelings of being stuck, and it's a matter of reframing the way you're perceiving messages. It's definitely a mixed bag here in the past energy. I can see a lot of different situations for a lot of different people. Some of you might be dealing with the toxicity that comes from religion, if you know what I'm saying when I say that, like the man-made constructs behind it all, the power, the control, that sort of thing, and the way in which that can try to hinder our freedom and make us feel judgment, harsh judgment when it's not necessary. Or there's a lot to ponder here in the past energy. So I feel like perhaps you have been pondering a lot of what works for you. You may be like looking into different religions or different scriptures to find insights and wisdom about your situation, about your life, about your relationship, about your business, your purpose, your goals, your plans. So there's definitely a big review in the past energy. So in the current energy, you're looking ahead. We've got the 3 of Wands, so we're definitely looking towards an abundant and blessed future, because the 3 of Wands is sort of waiting for the ships to come in. It means you've implemented some changes, you've done certain things, you've taken steps on a new path. So it's, let's see the results roll in, right? In the current energy in the week ahead, we have got the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So you can see this person is approaching this other person. So you may have somebody who's slowly approaching you with their energy, with something to gift you, perhaps with the Knight of Pentacles. This is slow moving energy. So this person coming in is, I feel, already with you for a lot of you. And it is something that is it's slowly growing to something stable and long-term is what I'm seeing here. For those that is not about a relationship, you can see this as your own goals and plans where you've started to slowly implement after that Two of Wands, the Three of Wands. You see the, you've taken that direction on a new path, but this is a slow progression on that path ahead. And it reaches the Queen of Pentacles, which is showing that you're very near mastering something. There's something that you have already perhaps started. Maybe it's taken you quite some time, but it's time for you to take the plunge with it because you've nearly finished, or you've nearly excelled or mastered or completed in some way. You'll figure out how it will fix your situation. So I do see, for some of you, this is both, whether you have got a situation that is slowly coming together and growing, you're building the foundations perhaps with somebody, or maybe you've got a student that's learning off you. Maybe you're the student learning off a master. There's a lot of different things we can see in these two cards that are immediately here in your week ahead. But for those that is not external people, but just yourself, you can clearly see that you are slowly walking towards some level of mastery or growth, abundance. And it's actually interesting, we've got the first card for you is Seasonal Harvest, which is literally this message. It truly is, because the Knight of Pentacles, he's the one on the other deck I use quite often where he's tending to a vegetable patch, and yeah, it takes a bit of work to, you got to tend that patch. You can't, it doesn't just, you don't just harvest out of nothing. You've got to show up and do the work, and it's not something done in one day. It's every day showing up. And then to see the Queen of Pentacles, well, that is the harvest. She has mastered this energy. She's reached a level of abundance. So I feel like there's something about to maybe birth, actually, you've got crib here, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. And that's what I think this is for you, group 2. Something's going on, something is growing. And then we have the Six of Cups here in the middle of your week. And I feel like, especially as it sits next behind the Queen of Pentacles, it's sort of like, for a lot of you, this could be very literal in that you're doing the work and, showing up at wherever it is you need to show up to do the thing. But you're also home and spending time with children or family or the people that matter most to you, cooking nutritious dinners and going to the playground or whatever those little things are that fill up your week. Like I see you tending to the maybe motherly duties, if that's your role, fatherly, parental, whatever. Or any dependents that you look after. Maybe they're your pets, maybe they're friends maybe there's a neighbor that depends on you in some way, like maybe you take their bins out, I don't know. But there's, what I see is like a sweetness in the Six of Cups. Like enjoying the like literally it sits it sits below be playful, and the oracles really do line up with the tarot. I'm seeing that more and more every week, and to see that under this innocent Six of Cups energy, which is all about childlike wonder. It's about traditions that we were raised with. Sometimes it can be about the past repeating itself or coming back around. So maybe people you family haven't seen for a while, there could be you could be getting together with family soon. I know Thanksgiving I think comes up for those in America, and so there's a lot of these sort of plans I'm feeling in this reading. You've even got actually plan a vacation in your oracle card, so you might be planning something with family, a vacation with family, or a little getaway in the future. You might be making the plans for it now, but definitely resonates in my world. Actually, just suddenly realized my sister's getting married overseas, and we're all planning to go there and make that happen, so that's cool. And so in the next bit of the week ahead, you've got this sort of, I found this quite sweet. You've got the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles now, and it's kind of this similar image where this person is approaching you. And so you may have somebody, or it could be the other way around, you might be approaching someone, but for the most part, I think somebody is approaching you. Again, so you may have, this could be a new relationship, it could be your partner who's been with you for years, but this is something that is somebody who's showing up with you everywhere that they can this week or in your life currently to show you that they care, or that they are interested, or there's some reason somebody wants to connect with you a lot this week, or more than normal. When I did pull the challenge though, the Five of Wands fell on top of the Knight of Wands, and I knew that would make sense, like I can tell, right? And so the Knight of Wands is of somebody who's a little interchangeable. They can be a little hot and cold. They can be a little temperamental. And when the Five of Wands fell on top of it, it may be that through the week you're dealing with a little bit of conflict with this person, or maybe they've got some stuff going on and they project it onto you, or there could be that situation. And you're just minding your own business here, Nine of Pentacles. Like, you're good. You're doing your own thing. And maybe it's the fact that you're doing your own thing and they're like, hey, what's going on? But there is definitely something from this person that might be a little abrupt or abrasive, or brash or what's the word? Where you're impulsive, just like they might get that energy, or hot and cold, they might be a little interchangeable this week, or you might be dealing with some energy from them. Might not be for everyone, that message, but I couldn't ignore the fact that that fell on top of it. And this guy is a little unreliable at times, but in the previous energy of the Knight of Pentacles, if this is that same person, which I do feel it is for those that resonate with the relationship side of this message, then yeah, there's definitely they bring a lot of color to your world, that's for sure. But outside of the relationship message, what I'm seeing here is motivation and inspiration for you to, so you see that there's a bit of grounded energy in your approach. Maybe you're doing some of the background stuff, some of the paperwork stuff, or it's just some of the more logistical things towards your goal or whatever you're creating right now. And later in the week, you might find that you're having more fun with it, or you're doing some of the more less tangible things that are with regards to this. Maybe you're looking at advertising your work, or maybe you're looking at the playful creative side of things perhaps. There's a lot of motivation here. So also seeing the message for exercise and movement with the Knight of Wands can be, feeling good in your body and taking care of yourself. The Nine of Pentacles is the same energy of feeling good in your body and taking care of yourself, knowing that you're abundant and surrounded by blessings, being very independent. And then that turns to the Queen of Wands. So you're definitely seeing yourself grow and expand. And if your reading, sorry, not your week, this is past energy, but your reading started with the Devil. This past energy could be years in the past, or it could be more recent. But to see that you end with the Queen of Wands shows me that the path you're on, the things that you're choosing right now, the purification process you're going through is really extremely beneficial to you liberating yourself and owning your power and being a leader in your life as you're supposed to, stepping up into that podium. Are you meant to rise to a podium of some kind? Are you meant to be noticed and seen? There's a lot of popularity with this energy, and there's a lot of attention coming towards you, and clearly see one person very interested. And just, good times with children and doing all the things. I feel a lot of fertility in that Queen of Pentacles at this time as well. The rabbit really stands out to me. So fertility, again, the birth and creation of something new, a child or an enterprise. Some of you may be expanding your family, or talking about expanding your family, making plans for the future with children and family holidays or whatever, things like that. The Knight of Wands could easily be one of the children that's having a bit of behavioral issues at the moment, or their own emotional regulation issues, and that's something you might be supporting them through, and you might be getting a bit of support around that at this time as well. I see a lot for a lot of people here. And the challenge, we had that Five of Wands that did fall on the Knight of Wands. That might be the challenge. It might be a little bit of an argument or a bit of conflict within the home or the family or in a relationship. We have the Hierophant and the Seven of Pentacles here in the challenge as well. So maybe it's, for some, you may feel like a challenge within commitment, or you may fear that there is lack of commitment, or that you're investing and giving so much of yourself, and that things are is equal and fair and true. So with the Seven of Pentacles being in the challenge, it could just feel like you're giving a lot and not getting much in return, or not really seeing the results. But with the Three of Wands in your more current energy, it kind of says that, like, it makes sense why you'd be feeling this way, because it's like you haven't quite seen what it is you're creating come to life yet, or you haven't quite seen the results. Like, all this shows that hasn't happened yet. So you're going to wonder until it does. Like, how is it going to go? Is it going to be successful? Is it a waste of my time? Like, or whatever the questions are that you might be having. For some of you here as well, there may be conflict in challenges or change. It doesn't have to be conflict exactly, but like challenges or change in your workplace, or in, like, this could be a schooling structure with the Hierophant. This could be, again, religious stuff. Like, we did actually touch on that earlier. I'm surprised I didn't notice the Hierophant in the challenge when I'm talking about that challenge with religion, or sometimes the control and the beliefs and the structure that comes around our culture or our religious groups or our families, or like what we're born into our societies. They're all so different in different places over the world, and then sometimes we grow and realize we don't resonate with that. And so like trying to find your own individual, your own personal connection with source, with God and your guides and life, and just, it can be a lot, especially when there's a lot of conditioning and stuff that you're probably trying to release, if whoever that's for. But yeah, Hierophant in the challenge can absolutely be talking about that feeling like, it feels like with regards to that, it's like giving yourself to something that doesn't feel true. So it's got to be done in a way that feels true. And so what will help with the challenge, we have the Chariot, the Three of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. The Chariot, still got a lingering cough. The Chariot is seen when in the Fool's Journey, when we've come through a fair bit of our own experiences in life, and we've come to the point where we feel like we've got the confidence to overcome the next challenges that come our way. We've learned a fair bit now. We can handle something new, or we can handle change, and that's what's here in the what helps with the challenge is your ability to have confidence in the face of changes, to learn from different people, to allow yourself to be involved in communities with people that perhaps you didn't expect to learn from. The Three of Pentacles can often be about learning from people with different backgrounds, and with different experiences that can help us learn from each other, because everybody has a unique thing to contribute to make the whole, and the whole would not be without the other three contributing in that way, or two. And with the Page of Wands, we're definitely seeing a need for more freedom, more openness, more exploring, just lightheartedness, following your own spirit, choosing what is true and right for yourself, being able to be unhindered by anything that is blocking or hindering you. Like there's a real sense of freedom. In fact, I'm really looking at this whole reading like freedom is a choice that you can get. That's kind of, I'm just looking at this 12th house introspection card as well, and it really is, I think it sums up quite a bit. Let's go to the book here of introspection. If your chart were a village map, the 12th house would be a quiet place. The sun is in the 12th house just after sunrise, a time for prayer and meditation, for dreaming our deepest dreams. The 12th house is your inner child's world, containing both the fairy tale in which you might escape and the monsters that live under your bed. Action. Introspect. This situation is complex, so learn what's going on behind the scenes before you act. Look for private motives, hidden enemies, and surprise angels. Take time alone to develop an idea or listen within. The 12th house speaks of both who you are when no one's looking and the fact that your fate is inextricably linked to every other sentient being. Work with this metaphor. We are all cells in the body of the divine. It's essential that you take care of yourself, your individual cell, and honor who you are. But you also must acknowledge that you work within an organism, i.e. your family and culture. That's kind of what I'm trying to touch on here, which operates within the body of all creation. If you just take care of yourself and disregard the rest, you become a cancer that brings illness to the great body. If you deny your individuality, you can't do what you were born to do. With both realities are clear and true, you do exist independently and you are part of the collective. It's just a perspective shift. It's impractical to get lost in oneness, whether in spiritual bliss or over-identification with your group, and neglect your individual health. But it can be spiritually painful to feel stuck in the isolated single-cell mindset. Spiritual practice can help you find a healthy midpoint between the disconnected, lonely state and a state of connection to one another, to a cause, or to the divine. Grounding helps you return to your personal path. Helps you return to your personal path. The challenge of this card, it can be hard to find a healthy place between feeling subsumed by a group and dwelling in stunted isolation. The 12th house asks you to face your fears. The gift of this card, in quiet moments of prayer, meditation, and creative bliss, feel that deep connection to source and know that you are not alone. I feel like it's probably a good timing to pull that up, because this is what I'm seeing in this sense of freedom to explore, but while also working with other people, but having gone through your own experiences enough to know when there is the difference. Like, you've got what it takes to navigate different groups and also be your own individual who is free. Cool. Further guidance you have here, the Queen of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and Death. So again, this talk of a relationship potentially here that is transforming. For some of you, it may be ending. For some of you, it's very hard to pick here in this reading. For many of you, though, I do feel this is a transformation where you see yourself coming into your ability to be more open and emotionally vulnerable, and safe to do so. I see a lot of transformation and change. Even like when I'm looking at the Devil, Four of Swords, Three of Wands, there's been a lot of transformation to get to that Three of Wands, to free yourself from things that have been unhealthy, to take that step back, to choose differently, and to bring yourself to this place where you are continuing to grow, continuing to create more stability in your life or in your relationships, to be more connected, to be more receptive and emotional, and to follow your own intuition. The Queen of Cups is the most intuitive queen of the deck. So she can honor those feelings and that intuition and follow it and trust it, while staying grounded and secure with the King of Pentacles, like marrying those two energies to create change for yourself. In the outcome, we have the World, the Two of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. So we see this ending of a cycle. When we see the World, it is the completion of something is finished and something new has begun. So it can, especially after the Death card, can be talking about the transformation of something. You have leveled up in some way. There is success here. And with the Two of Wands and the Ace of Cups, you're looking to a future with fresh love, new opportunities. The Ace of Cups is, well, the rainbow here, definitely talking about fresh, rejuvenating energy after perhaps a storm. When we see the World and the Two, all of this actually together, it shows I want to merge it all together and just make one singular card. And what that card would look like is the blessings you walk into, because it's all future orientated, and it's filled with the lessons learned of the past. It's filled with not cut and run, but honoring the cycles you've been through and what you've learned through the pain and the challenge. Not just throwing it away, but like really actually honoring the challenge as well. There's something about that there. So, seasonal harvest. I'll go to the book. With hard work and a little drop of luck, our endeavours will eventually bear fruit. No matter what form this takes, be sure to take the time to celebrate the harvest. The action, the divination, let's go there. This card may be an indication that it is time to finish off a project, complete a task you've been working on, or do whatever it takes for you to finally reap the rewards of your hard work. Alternatively, it might be telling you that the harvest is done and celebration is in order. Hurrah! The magic. There is magic in food, and I've got the card Sweet Treats. You might be making, doing a bit more in the kitchen these days, but especially when it is fresh and healthy. Treat yourself to a feast, even if it's a little one, like a bowl of berries, either by yourself or with friends. Find the freshest fruits and veggies you can and ask the gods to bless them before you eat them. Give thanks to the earth that nurtured them and eat mindfully, aware that you are taking in the power and strength of the earth element with every bite. That is beautiful. Cooking with intention, and if you've got loved ones to share it with, even better. Love that. Let's talk about the action. It's there. Life is full of disappointments and setbacks. No matter how hard you work, this makes it even more important to celebrate the victories, both large and small. Find something you succeeded at recently, even if it's just surviving a tough day at work, and reward yourself with a small celebration. Maybe it's your favorite food, a soak in the tub, or doing something with friends. Just do it for you. So purification, and we'll go to the book as well. And I'm not sure where to go. I might just go to the start. We bring you the gift of purification. If you don't know, this is a Lana Fairchild deck, and they're long, they're beautiful, they're amazing. Highly recommend any oracle decks by Alana Fairchild if you want just for your own collection. Just such a support. You just need one card, you really do, and it's everything you need in that moment, and it's so profoundly written. We bring you the gift of purification. This is your chance to let go of what you no longer wish to hold. It might be a toxic burden within your body, mind, or emotions you wish to be freed from so you can feel lighter, happier, and more energized to attend the things that matter the most. We come to you at this time when you have become overloaded with energies, thoughts, or even perhaps physical toxins or possessions, inhibiting your capacity for joy and vibrancy. If there is any fear within at the prospect of releasing something from your life, be reassured. This cleansing is a loving grace that will help you feel happier. We're not here to take anything from you, but rather free you from what you no longer wish to hold on to. The more you are willing to allow us to assist in this process, the better and clearer you shall feel. Insights into your relationships, choices in life, and issues that may have confused you will become very clear. You will become more aware of your truths and feel empowered to live your life on your own terms. There is only benefit to gain here, and our blessing comes straight from the loving heart of the divine to assist you. I think this also is just talking about I think it's already kind of discussed that. Because of the black tourmaline, I think we had hematite in group 1 actually. So there's two, you might have been drawn to group 1 because tourmaline and hematite are definitely those stones of clearing negative energies. What do I want to say? Something about, I can't remember what it was. I think it was also just the things that we consume on every day, like the music we listen to, or the readings and things we're taking in online, the videos, the reels, the funnies, the not so funnies. Like, they can have a profound effect on our energy without even realizing it until after, perhaps. We have the card Blessings, again to the book. Where do I want to go for that? Immense blessings are emerging into your life from those in spirit. Angels, guides, and spirit guardians have been watching over you. An angelic intervention is available to you. Be open to the voice of the divine. Messages are all around you. You are protected. You are safe. Have faith that your path is guided. Watch for signs that spiritual beings are present. Profound healing energy is flowing to you in wondrous ways. Refreshing, replenishing energy is filling your life. And then we had be playful, and I loved how that sat under the 6 of Cups. Be playful with your children or your own inner child, doing things you once loved when you were a child, or especially as we approach the silly season, Christmas time. Maybe there's some things some old traditions you haven't done since you were a child you'd like to recreate or have them relive in memory of someone you once got to spend that with, perhaps, or maybe even creating your own traditions if those ones are maybe marked with some less than comfortable memories, and maybe creating new ones that you can start to follow on in the years to come. We had the card 12th house of introspection, which we already looked at before. Plan a vacation. Doesn't have to be a big one, maybe just a day trip. It'd be nice to look forward to. Sweet treats, we spoke about it. We have look for fairies as well. It kind of goes with be playful. Look for fairies. And in the tea leaf oracle to finish up your reading, you've got clouds with temporary problems, lily with spiritual love. You have crown, honor and respect will come to you. And that one we saw before, crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So, yeah, beautiful, beautiful cards for group 2 this week. I hope that it's given you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance for the week ahead. If you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box below. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 2. Hey, group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the agate heart with the druzy in the center, and this one is for you. I love this particular stone because it's got a whole world inside it, and the more you turn it, the more it has to show. It's just, the camera will never capture how beautiful and deep some of these crystals really are. But the agate druzy, the agate heart, the agate heart is all about relaxation, self-love, self-worth. But for the druzy message, this is something that's formed over a very, very long time. So it makes me always feel that the message behind this reading, when this one is chosen, is that something about your growth process, something about you, something you're doing is perhaps forged over a very, very long time of perhaps being exposed to the elements in some sense. Something that is built up over a period of time. And it feels like it is your special gift, something that only comes through the experiences you've had. You can't just get what you're holding, you can't just find that somewhere. Like it's something developed, which, oh my goodness, that makes perfect sense, because you've got the card Divine Alchemy, which is all about divine alchemy and that massive transformation process that is almost unbelievable from the outside looking in. But the alchemist itself knows why and how it is possible. So there's something, there's something to the long, bigger, what do I want to say? It's something you've been carrying with you perhaps since, I was going to say a little girl, but I'm sure there's many different people watching. But yeah, you've been carrying this since a small child, perhaps, is part of you. Perhaps it is about being it's like that I'm getting like a herbal witch sort of energy. I don't know, or, take it how it resonates, but something that someone, like this part of them that they've always known to listen to nature, or they've always known to go about life in a certain way, and it's something that's developed through following that curiosity and those inklings and that knowing, that feeling, that trust. So something about you and what you followed deep inside all along. I don't know. Anyway, into the reading, group 3. Some of the main energies I can see here is Capricorn, Pisces, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Virgo. So all the guys I haven't seen in the other readings, basically. And Sagittarius, as always, my group 3s. There's a Saggy in here somewhere. Leo. That's the main energies. So let's jump into the past for group 3 and see what's going on. We have Judgment, the Fool, the 4 of Cups, and the 7 of Wands. Alrighty. So, wow. Okay, when we see Judgment and the Fool, that is an unavoidable truth. That is an unavoidable realization that has perhaps propelled you into a whole different set of circumstances, right? Something has happened, perhaps, that has put you on a new path. New things have taken priority for you, something different. For some of you, this is a challenge with the 7 of Wands, the 4 of Cups here. For others of you, it is a welcome challenge. There's either way, it's a challenge that you are rising up to, I see here. With the 7 of Wands, there's some certain things that you're not perhaps happy with the way things are going, or there might be a certain set of protocols that you don't agree with or something here with the 7 of Wands, and I see a resistance in all of this. So you're wanting things to be done the way you feel is right, I guess. With the 4 of Cups here as well, you can definitely see in amongst all of this the challenge there, in that she's got these 3 cups built out and this golden opportunity right here, but she's not paying attention to it because in this case, she's just left daydreaming and wondering. And I think, so what this is saying is there might be a little bit more action required behind something you want to see the changes for, and you might not see the solution, but it is there. To stay open-minded, perhaps, open to Spirit's guidance, because I kind of get like Spirit's leading you to something that you're overlooking in that energy. But this is past energy, so you might have already had that realization that maybe you were overlooking a certain thing that would have been actually a beneficial for you to use or utilize in some way. The Fool, Judgment, all of these together, it shows that you've been pushed onto an uncomfortable path, is what I'm seeing with all of this. But that's probably why Divine Alchemy is here. It is a really, really big change for you. In fact, let's just go straight to it. Ascended Master Mary Magdalene, she's been loud and clear lately. And the Aqua Aura Quartz, which is cool because we actually had Aura Quartz, the Aqua Aura Quartz. I don't know if it was Aqua actually, but I call it blue. Maybe it is Aqua. The group 1 was Aqua Aura Quartz, and group 2 was Angel Aura. So anyway, group 1 or 2 may be called to you. In fact, that actually almost looks like it, except it's a bit more teal than mine, so mine's probably not Aqua. But anyway, we bring you the blessing of Divine Alchemy. Divine Alchemy is the art of transmutation, the application of spiritual consciousness to physical form, so profound that an entirely new form evolves. It is irreversible change. It is the coal transformed into the diamond, to the lead of sleeping matter awakened into the radiant gold of consciousness. Successful alchemy transformation requires patience, courage, and belief in the power of spirit above all else. The radical and permanent transformation effected by divine alchemy may seem miraculous to the outsider viewing the changed form, yet the alchemist knows when spiritual consciousness meets physical matter, the world will never be the same again. And I don't know how much more we need to go into it. It's quite long written, as Alana Fairchild's amazing cards always are. I'm just going to, that jumps out to me, so I'll say it. This oracle comes to you with the message that your alchemical empowerment. Whatever you want to change in your physical world can change. What is needed is a commitment to consciousness, growth, and unconditional trust in the process. Don't give up until it is all you would wish it to be. You must believe in yourself and in the power of the divine. The art of divine alchemy will express itself through you and the world around you shall be blessed by its healing power. I'm just going to read this as well. When the oracle divine alchemy comes to you, you're being advised that something in your world, perhaps even in your body, is going to be blessed with healing transformational so profound it can never be undone. The spiritual repair is not simply a patch-up job, but a profound reconstruction that will change the substance, quality, and consciousness of that physical world reality. There will be a purging and a reconstitution. So alchemy, lots of change, and that's what I'm seeing here for you here in this reading. Like the judgment and the fool. This is complete change, real realization that a new path must be taken, and that there is perhaps conflict or resistance, and maybe in others as you make these changes, as you take these steps. So into the week ahead, we have the King of Wands, and I like to see this after such a profound message of change. Look at this leadership energy leading the way. What a sage, wise woman, leading the tribe, leading the community. So maybe it is that you're finding yourself in a position this week or immediately where you do have people that need your leadership, they need your guidance in some way, or it's that you have a vision to complete or create something in your own world that needs your leadership. It needs you to step up. It needs you to take charge in this position, this situation, and not forceful. It doesn't feel forceful. In fact, I want to hold up this card, Hearth, Vesta, and it feels like it's that connection with this card here. Like that is it's almost like grounding. Yeah, you've even got, oh God, I'm doing this a bit today where I just want to pull them all up at once, but grounding and center, it's that same energy. If you can see it, the grounding and center, the hearth and the leadership, like all of that comes from being solid and strong and true in yourself, your own knowings, your own beliefs. I wonder if we want to go to Hearth in the little book and see, what is it, 32? The challenge. I'll just go to the challenge and the gift for it. The challenge. Vesta warns you to share yourself rather than sacrifice yourself. Your hard work at holding the situation together may be ignored or taken for granted unless you know your worth. The gift is find the temple within, the place of quiet safety where you can tend the fire and carry the sacred temple with you always. The action. Evaluate yourself and your life. Each human's task is to help reduce the total suffering of Earth and increase the total joy. Your joy and suffering matter as much, neither more nor less than anyone else's. Do not burn yourself up for another's cause, nor withhold your warmth, but share what you have to offer. This is not a situation where you need to take sides. Come back to the center, to the flame, to your hearth, to your core values. Focus on that center instead of the personalities involved. Remember what matters. Find that deep calm within. Light a candle with a prayer and use it to bring your focus to the center and let the rest fall away. Then decide, advise, and operate from there. And that's what I'm trying to touch on with this King of Wands. I feel that's your energy. You're coming from this beautiful place of leadership and guiding light. It actually feels inspiring. So you are... whether you're inspiring your own self in the way things are unfolding or the people around you, I feel like the way in which you're taking charge from that beautiful place in the center has a profound effect. That is the very definition of this alchemical message. Loving it. So 6 of Swords is next after the King of Wands. So that's exactly what you're doing. You're bringing perhaps your community, your group, your family, your partnership, yourself, your workplace, whatever it is you're leading right now, all of the above perhaps. You're directing into a place of lightness, leaving behind emotional baggage and stress, and just trying to find more ease, more peace, more calm, looking on the positive side of things. Six of Swords, beautiful imagery here. We've got desolate wasteland, and that is that not alchemical right there, to transform that so wholly and truly into something full of life and wonder and opportunity. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles, and just the image of apples makes me think about knowledge and sustenance, nutrition. There's so many things here that are good for you, and I think that's what you will focus on, the things that are healthy, things that are nourishing, quite literally, as we see. And learning more about health and how food is in the seeds. Food is in the medicine. Medicine is in the seeds. Medicine is in the food. That's what I'm trying to say. That's from a song, isn't it? Medicine is in the seeds. Medicine Woman. You might like to Google that song by Rising Appalachia, I think you say it. I don't know how to pronounce that right now. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was Medicine Woman. Beautiful song. Seven of Pentacles here, though. What we're looking at is, well, you're investing in something. You're spending a lot of energy and time into something that may not show all of the results at once. It's going to take some time, but you're investing this week. You're getting the work done. You're learning. You're growing. Your attention is where it needs to be. Three of Pentacles, you may have other people around you helping and supporting you, because this is a collaboration card. But what I did get the message for someone out there as well, that it is required that you lean on other people with different expertise and different backgrounds to get you where you want to go. There is something very important about relying on other groups of people or singular people, whatever, that have the things that you perhaps don't have. And it's really, really important for some reason, it feels, when I looked at that. And that when the High Priestess came out afterwards, I knew that it was a divine connection or a divine situation that you'd be led to. So maybe this is something already ongoing in your journey, or something you will come across this week, as it is the week ahead cards, that is very profoundly or preordained for you, or to benefit your situation in some way. Collaborations, teamwork, and joining forces. We also have the Star here as well, so another, strong, loud ringing of that energy, especially following on from the Priestess here, that that things are changing as it sits above the change card. That things are changing. Things will be, as it says with the alchemical process, things will completely and wholly transform in a way that is refreshing and rejuvenating, and brings a bit of hope. It brings a bit of lightness back into your life if that has been missing. We have the Six of Swords, so that is what you can see happening this week, along the lines of, it may be very stretched out and ongoing, but either way, that's the direction you are headed. The pace will be different for everyone. What about holding change? Do we want to look at it? Why not? It's okay to change your mind. It's all right to change directions. You do not need to be consistent. This is the time to put the needs and expectations of others aside and listen to the beat of your own drum. You do not need to follow tradition. Create your own traditions. You are free to express yourself and let your spirit fly. Be daring. Go beyond predictable behavior. Just because something is always being done a certain way, it doesn't mean that it needs to continue to be done that way. You can't control the exact circumstances of your life, but you can control the meaning you give to them. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to be carefree, wild, and unpredictable. Maybe careful with the meaning you give things. We have, what am I doing? I'm not going there yet. I thought I was up to oracles. It's just because it was jumping out. Right, we're up to the challenge. Settle down. In the challenge, we have the Page of Swords, Strength, and the Hermit. So the challenge may be this need for more information, this need, especially with this here as well, the Seven of Pentacles, you may need the advice from a professional. I kind of feel that for someone out there, that you may not be the expert of something you're attempting, is kind of what I'm getting for some. And it would be beneficial to have that other information with that Three of Pentacles. I think it's linked to, but either way, the challenge is that not having that information, needing more information, or wanting to understand or learn something that you don't quite have. With the Strength and the Hermit, what do I want to say here? For some of you as well, it's a matter of turning away from, I don't know how to say this. I don't want to say this. I'm going to probably say it wrong, but like facts, right? To that your own, trusting your own inner knowing over something that like seems like facts. You know what I mean? You'll, if that resonates with you, you already know how it fits in your world. But there is this sense of information gathered. But with the way the Strength card runs to the Hermit, it makes me think, well, maybe it's not through external validation or external information that you get your answers, and that's the challenge, is that you actually have to trust yourself, or you have to rely on something inside of you to get you through or to where you want to go. That it's not going to come from an external thing or some facts or something written on paper. Something tangible might not be what you're receiving right now, and so that might be the challenge. You're needing to go something on your own. Maybe you needed to do something on your own. I think I got that last week actually, that there was a real like wanting to do something on your own. I think that was group 3. But with the Hermit here, yeah, there's a real need to find the answers from within, and that might be challenging. In what will help with the challenge, we have the Ten of Swords, which is a cool one, considering, again, back to that Divine Alchemy card, this Ten of Swords is not somebody who's stabbed everywhere. They have a phoenix rising, and they look to the future, and there's a softness on her face, and the angels, the fairies, in the background, they rejoice over the fire that she leaves behind. So you may be leaving behind one thing for another, one situation, one way of being, a belief, and one professional to another. I don't know. There's something here that may be finishing up for you with the Ten of Swords. A transformation, though. That's the thing about it. It's not so much about the ending with this particular Ten of Swords. It's about the transformation and how it changes. And with Lovers and the Justice card there is definitely a commitment to, what do I want to say here? There's commitment to the truth, commitment to a new path. I want to get a further clarification on Justice, 7 of Cups. 3 of Swords just fell out, if you saw that. And it fell on top of the 7 of Pentacles. So what I'm getting here is a lot of, I just get this underskilled overwhelm, if that makes sense. And I don't mean you're underskilled but I guess that's kind of the message. It's like just saying that you wish you had more information, or you knew how things were going to go. There's something here about being overwhelmed by complexity. Justice in the what will help with the challenge is a positive card to see, in that things will be fair and balanced for you. A positive outcome if it's legal. So something for justice there. Whoa, 2. None of them faced up, so we'll kind of popping out. Alright, Hierophant World. Lots of major arcana here, isn't it? Look at all this major arcana. 9 of Cups underneath the World. So you have a completion of something that brings you wish fulfillment. So for some of you, this you could quite literally be, closing, a house settlement, or this could be a divorce, a separation where you've got to divide assets and you're needing legal support for that. With the Hierophant here, the World here on the 2 confirmation cards, and more major arcana, this is really showing it this is a really big change in your world, massive change, and you're going to need to rely on, did I say something about herbalism before? We've got a herbalist here. Someone out there needs a herbalist, or many things along those alternative remedy lines. But we've got because it's a general reading, I've got to be so careful, because certain things I want to say will not be good advice for certain people receiving this reading, and I know that. But there's a need to trust in the ways that you feel guided to follow when it comes to changing, transforming, healing something. And there's professionals you can learn from. You can also study and learn a lot yourself in this situation if needed, to be your own advocate if required, if it's legal, if it's health. What will help with the challenge? Embrace the transformation and commit to justice, or commit to the truth, or commit to learning more, or commit to the choice you're making. 9 of Cups on the bottom makes me think it's a positive outcome, wish fulfillment. I can only see that here as well. Further guidance is the Five of Wands, Devil, Six of Wands. So conflict and change and chaos, all of this stuff that wraps up in the Five of Wands is here with the Devil. So this may be a situation where you feel powerless to deal with or handle the conflict, but with the Six of Wands over it, it's showing that you actually manage it. And what this makes me think in this combination is, don't get bogged down by the details. If this is manipulation of a system or a person or an authority of some kind that like doesn't do things the way you agree with, like maybe it's very unhealthy or toxic. We've got a lot of sugar here, and it's like maybe it's literally overcoming your own sugar addiction. It could be that simple, but for many of you it's going to be very intricate and complex, this situation. But the point is not in the details of the devil, right? The devil's in the details. This is more about you believing in yourself and climbing up higher. And how do you do that? That leadership energy, coming back to your own truth with Hearth, coming back to your own knowing. That ground and center card, we'll get to those in a minute, but either way, the further guidance is that you overcome this, whether it's your own addiction to ice cream or like something a lot more complex than that. And you'll be noticed for the success you have in this situation. You're going to overcome it, but you're also going to be acknowledged for that too. People will see the change. And I think that's what this card is also talking about. Like how it said the outsiders looking in are going to be amazed at your ability to transform the situation, how you ended up where you did, the way in which you climbed, the way you overcame something that threatened to, sacrifice you or hinder you in some way, or maybe even you giving your own power away to that situation. You take it back and you climb to victory. Outcome energy is the Five of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and Eight of Swords. So these are pretty challenging energies. You may see yourself in some of these reflections, but the I needed an extra card, of course, and we got the Magician. I was very happy to see that there, because it shows that regardless of the emotions you're going to be going through and this feeling of being totally stuck in imprisonment that is not actually real, it's all in your head with the Eight of Swords, the Magician coming afterwards shows that you've got the utilities, the resources, the skills, the people. You've got what it takes. You may not realize it, but you actually do have what it takes to navigate this situation that may leave you feeling stressed. Like there's a lot of paperwork going on here. Maybe it's paperwork and legalities and policies, procedures and red tape and all sorts of things like that you're dealing with. But the Magician here, it's fair enough, you may feel this way at times, stressed and overwhelmed and feeling like you've got to do something quickly, and perhaps depressed and sad and feeling like losing hope, or just there's a lot of emotions you go through. But you are the Magician, and don't you forget it. You are the Divine Alchemist. Don't you forget it. Like it's so big in this reading. It really is. It's just, I just want to hold this up again. Like, see the challenges and the disappointment and whatnot, but don't forget who you are. Like, yeah, you go through that, knocks you down, but you get up again. That's the thing I'm really actually getting here. Knocks me down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. I get knocked out. You know the song? Hell yeah, that's you right now. We've got the Grounding and Center card. We'll go to the book for you. World is full of distractions that pull us in a million different directions. Sometimes we just need to stop and ground, centering ourselves so we can stand strong and rooted no matter what we face. Grounding is good preparation for magical work, but it also helps us if we're facing any challenging situation, or even just getting ready to leave the house and deal with daily life. The action. Do something that grounds you. For some people it's yoga and meditation. For others it's sitting out under a tree. Figure out what grounds you and then do it. For some people it's cooking and dancing. There's so many ways to ground. It doesn't have to be these fluffy ideals. Like they can be doing the dishes. Doing the dishes can be heaps grounding. Doing the washing, cleaning the floors, like life stuff, Paying a bill can be grounding. It really can. Or writing a little bit of a budget, or doing a shopping list so you know what you've got for the week ahead, nutritious meals, organizing yourself. That's grounding. Sorry, where am I? And remember to feel the strength of the earth below you as you breathe. Divination. Have you been feeling scattered and frantic? This card is a reminder to ground and center yourself on a regular basis, not just during magical work. Look at the witch on the card. Doesn't she look serene? I think they messed up here because that is definitely a man. But anyway, let's not assume. It's a world like that these days. So What kind of calm often feels out of reach, but grounding and centering can help move us in that direction? I always wondered that about this card. I'm like, did they mess up, or are they doing that just to, trigger people or whatever? It's magic. Sit or stand on the ground with your feet firmly planted, outside if you can, but inside will do. Hold a crystal in your hands in front of your core, near your belly button. Feel the strength of the earth element that formed it, and take that strength into yourself, starting with your core and then moving down through your feet to connect to the ground below. Close your eyes and visualize yourself sending roots into the ground, imagining that the gods have left a message for you underneath the earth. What does it say? Be sure to thank the element for this gift. That gift can be an item, it doesn't have to say anything, of course. We have the card Wombat, which is to just be at home. Such a sweet card. Be at home. Burrowing deep into the ground, remaining safe, sound, and well fed with family is a special trait of the Wombat. Home sweet home is always available if you recognize that well-being is the truth of life. Wombat spirit reminds you to be truly at home in the world. You need to find comfort within your own skin. You do this by accepting all of your experiences without judgment, through a deep honesty and love of life. When you feel the freedom to be yourself, you can begin to truly feel at home in your life, with your family and tribe. Right now, you're in a beautiful place where you can hang up the coat of your identity and settle into a true sense of home and well-being, understanding that all is well. Everything you do from this place rings true in harmony with spirit. Beautiful. We talked about Vesta, Hearth. We have the card Change. Definitely time to invite in change. You have permission. That actually came up in group 1, actually. You might be drawn to it. We have the card Clear Your Energy Field. That might be really beneficial for you. We saw it before as well, not just when you're doing magical practices, but every day get into the practice of grounding or maybe clearing. Flow like water. The kind of whole reading encouraged that, didn't it? And then some tea leaf oracles. We have Whale, great worry over nothing. So hopefully that's a relief to see. We have Gravel, involvement with the law. And with Justice over here, we do see positive outcomes for you. All those things are closing. We have Skull, hidden secrets can harm you. Fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. We have Bird, with news is on the way, bird flying. And Quill, get back to basics. So the message on the way might be just that. It might just be a simple message because of the bird and the feather. The message may be something completely different, but it reminds you to get back to basics because that's really going to be beneficial from the ground up. So group 3, that is what I have for you in this reading this week. I hope it's given you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance. If you'd like a private reading, we can book that in the description box below. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 3.